Hi, I'm Debra Meiburg and I'm with Brian Bicknell of Mahi Vineyards, which is in Marlborough, New Zealand. But Brian, you've worked in many vineyards around the world and in some unorthodox places like Hungary.
Yep.
And spent a great deal of time in Chile. Why did you choose Chile, and how would you compare, say, the winemaking experience in Chile versus Marlborough?
Chile was an interesting place at the time. I was there in the sort of early 90s,
So in their
early
upsurge,
to mid,
yeah.
94 to 96, and it was a time of great change. Pretty much, big investment as well. I mean, in Chile, it's a great place to make wine, because one of the things I love about it is that there's great diversity across the place. So let's say you can make pretty vibrant Sauvignons from the cooler areas, but then like up in Aconcagua, with some of the Syrah and the Merlot, true Merlot, and the Carmenere from up there, it's world class.
Gorgeous,
so, and
yeah.
the Cabernets, obviously. So it's a nice place to make wine, because you get such a diversity, and as long as the right things are planted in the right places, I think they really make world class wine.
Tell me a little bit about the Mahi brand, Mahi name.
Mahi is it's a Maori word, and Maori are the indigenous people of New Zealand, and basically it means your work. It's run and owned by people who are very passionate about wine, so it is our work. It's not as though it's sort of a plaything on the side. It's something that we do as part of our livelihood, and so we really want to show that it was part of us. And it's been good. We also wanted a word that didn't mean anything disgusting in any other language, and so far it doesn't seem like it.
So far, so good.
Like Pajero or something.
But if someone were new to Sauvignon Blanc,
Yeah.
what would you tell them to look for?
With Sauvignon, I think in general you're going to see some herbal characters, and the good examples will be aligned with some tropical. Now that'll change with the different vineyards, but as a style that'd be good. There are the classic matches with food, but certainly things like oysters and seafood and those sort of things are perfect, and there's a lot of cheeses actually with Sauvignon, and so I think it's one that's relatively versatile. I do think the sort of the big upfront fresh and fruity styles are probably only fun for a glass. And we tasted with some people not long ago who didn't have a super great knowledge of wine, and one of the women said, "Oh, this wine is drinkable," and it's such a good word. I think that this idea of drinkability with wine is so important. It's just something it's not that you want to have lots of wine, but it's just something you want to have, something that you want to have another glass of, and it's not too cold. I like wine
that refreshes.
You want it to be refreshing and freshening, and even a little bit, I think just the slightest hint of bitterness, not to be bitter, but just a slight hint, because it sort of makes you want to try something again.
Something
and so,
else.
yeah, I think it just gives a little bit more complexity on the palate. So,
Well, thank you.
yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.